There are 5 companies that are still recruiting for new grad software engineering. It's April right now. It might be May by the time you're watching this video, and you might be thinking that you're cooked, but you're not. There are still so many companies that are still recruiting for new grad software engineering roles. And just to give you a little bit of proof about my credentials, I did get new grad software engineering offers from Amazon and Google. And what you're doing right now, I know you're just applying on this classic new grad simplify repo, but this is just not an effective strategy anymore. It just doesn't work. I know you've been doing this and you're not getting interviews. And so I'm about to go over 5 companies that I know for a fact are still recruiting for new grad software engineering. And then after that, I'm going to go over a special strategy to actually land interviews at those companies other than just applying on their careers page or on Workday. There's a totally different strategy, and I'm going to reveal it in this video. So first, a proof of how do I actually know that these 5 companies that I'm about to go over, how do I actually know that they're still recruiting for new grad software engineering? Well, I actually run a community, and relax, I'm not trying to sell you anything here, but I actually run a community where I mentor students and engineers to get offers. And my students are actively telling me the interviews that they're getting right now with the guidance that I've given them. And it's just crazy to see the companies that this late into the recruiting cycle are still recruiting. You can see my student Deepayan here. On Tuesday, April 7th, he messaged me saying that, hey, a recruiter from Apple reached out to him for this specific role, and it's a machine learning engineering role. And this is absolutely awesome. He's going through the process with Apple right now. There's also Ashutosh. He has upcoming interview calls with Google and Neuralink, which is absolutely awesome. Google and Neuralink still have headcount. They're still looking for people to really come in as new grad software engineers. There's this guy, I'm not going to say his name, he just put his name as B on Slack to stay anonymous, but he's interviewing with Rentech and Headlands Tech and Snowflake right now. All 3 of these companies have reached out to him, even though we're supposedly in April, May, supposedly new grad recruiting is over. Well, it's not. Companies are still reaching out to people. There's also my student Elham. She's going through the process with Microsoft right now. And then Kevin Chen, this dude is an absolute goat. He got an offer from Visa recently, which you can see over here, and he's in the interview process with OpenAI right now. OpenAI, which is absolutely insane. And so hopefully this shows you that new grad recruiting is still going on. You just have to have the right strategy. And there's one particular strategy that got me new grad software engineering offers from Amazon and Google that I'm about to go over. And it's how all of these guys, Deepayan, Ashutosh, B, Elham, and Kevin Chen, it's how they've been landing these interviews, and it's cold email. And before you roll your eyes and click off of the video, let me explain. I'm not talking about DMing recruiters on LinkedIn. That's a complete waste of time. I'm talking about cold email, finding the recruiter's work email address and just going straight into their work email inbox, attaching your resume to the email, and showing why you're a good fit for the role. 99% of people never even bother to attempt this because it's low-key a grind. It's not easy, right? First of all, you have to even find the recruiter email address. Then you have to figure out what to say in the email. Well, don't worry, I'm going to explain all of that in this video because this is what got me into Amazon and Google. It's what's getting all of my students these crazy interviews right now. It's cold email. You've got to do it. And so I have this full guide on cold email. It's completely free. If you want access to it, just leave a comment below this video. I'll send it over to you for free. Not trying to sell you a course here. And so how do you actually find the recruiter email address? Because that's really one of the most important parts of cold emailing. So let me just show you with an example how to actually do it. Let's say we go to Meta's LinkedIn page. So we're on Meta's LinkedIn page right now, and we type in something like early talent or university recruiter, something like that. And a bunch of recruiters pop up, talent acquisition, talent, principal technical recruiter. They tend to have those kinds of titles, right? Let's just click on our boy Chris Clark over here because his name sounds kind of cool. I don't actually know this guy, but he appears to be a recruiter at Meta. So the way you find the recruiter's email is not by looking through their LinkedIn profile, because you're not going to find it here. This guy's email is not just going to be publicly visible on his LinkedIn profile. But there is a secret Chrome extension called Apollo, and this thing is insane. It's a free Chrome extension that gets you the correct email address of anybody based on their LinkedIn profile. I don't know how it works, but I do know that it's legal, that it works, and it's literally what got me into Amazon and Google. So I highly recommend it. Just go to the Chrome Web Store and install it. And then when you're on anyone's LinkedIn profile, like this recruiter at Meta, you just click this yellow button that pops up on the side of the screen. Once you have the Apollo Chrome extension installed, this yellow button is going to pop up on the side of the screen. You go ahead and click it, and boom, Chris Clark at meta.com. And then apparently he has some kind of Yahoo email as well. That's his personal email address. It's that simple. And then you can reach out to the recruiter. You can say, hey, I'm a student from this school. I'm super interested in roles at Meta. Here's why I'd be a good fit. Keep that super short. Attach your resume. Boom, on to the next recruiter. And if you do this for enough recruiters, they will start to get back to you and actually give you interviews. It's insane. This is so much more effective than just spamming applications on the classic, Coder Quad and Simplify GitHub repo. You have to do cold email. It is so much more effective. You get their work email. You can even get their personal email, but I wouldn't recommend messaging them there. That's kind of creepy. A little bit of a violation of their privacy. Just keep it professional and message their work email. Now, if you want access to this full free 13-page guide that explains everything you need to know about cold emailing recruiters, just leave a comment below this video. It's completely free. And there's one more thing that I have to share with you that you need to pay very, very close attention to before you click off of this video. And it has to do with your resume. Cold email only works if your resume is super, super optimized and dripped out. If your resume sucks, cold email is not going to work because recruiters are looking at that resume in the email that you attach and they're debating whether or not to give you an interview just based on your resume. And they're only going to spend 5 to 10 seconds reading it realistically because they're super busy. And so I actually created a separate YouTube video, should be popping up on the screen now, that explains the exact resume strategies that got my resume into Amazon and Google. It's just the straight sauce. I don't hold anything back. Go ahead and click this video next, and you'll learn how to optimize your resume for big tech companies, and more importantly, how to optimize your resume so that cold emailing actually works. Click that video next, and I will see you soon.